Lou, yeah, can we get him on the screen? Lou, I was driving back. Peter Loubardias, current Flames colorman. Where you at, Lou?
I'm just in the bowels of the Saddle Dome, getting set to go watch practice.
Okay, I appreciate the time. I got to tell you this, driving home from Red Deer the other night was one of the most harrowing experiences of my life, driving from Red Deer to Calgary in a blizzard. I know, but that's wide open, man. 6 cars in a ditch was wild. You've obviously done it. You've been out here long enough. But listening to you guys call that game
awful.
Yeah, it was treacherous. But I made it, and I thank God for that. And you and Derek Wills, I thoroughly enjoyed the call of the Seattle game, the post-game coverage, the whole thing, and then the Winnipeg game on Monday I was at. A little bit of white knuckling,
yes,
would I say, for the Flames and their fans in those last 2 games, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. They've won 10 in a row. They've tied a franchise record. It's only the 3rd time in franchise history it's ever happened. And the last 2 games I think are really important because they went on a run where it seemed like they were going to score 5 or 6 in every single game they played. And I don't like this word, so I don't even know why I'm using it. But that isn't sustainable or something that's going to, go on for much longer. So to be involved in those kind of games for this team was really important. It was a bit of an adjustment. But, Roddy, as you saw with your own 2 eyes, add Kopp and Ehlers back to Winnipeg. Well, Winnipeg's been an enigma this year, and I understand why. But when your whole identity is about great depth and you take 2 big pieces out of their lineup, well, guess what that affects? Your depth. But that was a good hockey game. Both teams gave up next to nothing, and red-hot Elias Lindholm found one with, just under 50 seconds to go.
So now the Flames go out on the road. They put this 10-game win streak on the line, and Vancouver, to me, I think, would be a 6-inch putt. But the rest of the way, how's this schedule in the upcoming here to see this streak continue?
Well, I don't think Vancouver's going to be a 6, whatever you called it, inch putt whatsoever on Thursday. They've played much better in the last few weeks. Obviously, they got a bump when Bruce Boudreau took over. They're getting healthier again, which has been just so difficult for them the last couple of seasons. After that, Rod, they come home. They played a very, very good Minnesota team here on Saturday. And then you run into March where you go into Minnesota. So it's March and April are every second night for this group and a lot of other groups. So I don't know how much longer it'll go. I guess it would be somewhat neat if it did get through Vancouver, because that would be something this team has never done. They've never won 11 straight games.
Lou, who is the best team in the National Hockey League today?
Today? Well, the best team I've seen with my own 2 eyes, still Tampa Bay. They're the team that I trust the most. I love their experience. I love their goalie. I think they have the best defenseman on planet Earth in Victor Hedman. They know how to win. Are they quite as deep as they were a year ago? No. But with my own 2 eyes, that's the best team I've certainly watched this year. Most definitely when they played the Calgary Flames, just over a month ago. So they're still my bet. But, Roddy, there's lots of great teams. The team you see all the time in Florida is a really good emerging team that I think if they can find a veteran left-handed defenseman, they're going to be a miserable out. Toronto's a good team. Vegas is a good team. And, next in line after Tampa for me, and arguably the most talented team, is the Colorado Avalanche. That's the most talented team. Now, for me, they still have to get over, and they're not over yet. But one team I think is the best. The other team is the most talented. That's how I look at it.
A quick one, because I got two questions for you. Gino DePauli's watching of the Okotoks Oilers. Says, always a pleasure to see that mug of Lou's, even if it's through a screen. Where is Lou's game of the night tonight? The Dome or the Passon Centennial Arena in Okotoks or Max Bell Center? What do you got going on tonight, Lou?
I'm going to be here. I'm going to watch the Prince Albert Raiders, who I've not seen yet in person with my own two eyes, against the Calgary Hitmen. So that's the game of the night tonight.
I will see you there. And speaking of that, I got to ask you about the dub. I mean, obviously, I'm enjoying my time in Alberta. What a race in this Central Division. Rebels beating Winnipeg the other night. Edmonton named the number one team in Canada today, ending the Winnipeg Ice's streak. The Hitmen got a good hockey team. Your thoughts on this stretch drive, if we're almost there yet, in the entire dub?
Well, there's lots of levels to it, obviously. There's teams like Calgary and Regina and Swift and those types of teams trying to find their way. I think Brandon is a team that's improved. I think the most surprising team is Moose Jaw. They're not interested in losing. There's no doubt in my mind, though, Rod, the two best teams I've watched with my own two eyes just played Monday afternoon in Edmonton, and the Oil Kings were obviously ready. Red Deer can't be taken for granted. You know that. You saw that the other night with your own two eyes. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. The Winnipeg team is still pretty young, but has great forward depth. And, all the Oil Kings have is 5 World Junior members, which hasn't happened since 1988 with the Medicine Hat Tigers. So there's going to be some great hockey and great performances and great runs, whether you're trying to get in or for positioning. And, let's just hope that the world stays healthy enough to get through it all and get back to a Memorial Cup at the end of June in a pretty neat place, which is St. John, New Brunswick.
Yes, what a time for hockey everywhere, but particularly in Alberta. Lou, thanks for sharing the time. I'm sure enjoying listening to you so much. You're doing a great job, pal.
Thanks.
Stay young. Toodaloo.
Yeah, we're going to try. And by the way, can you please give all the best to truly one of the most consummate professionals? We use the word Hall of Famer too much, but Peter Marr, Hall of Famer, and having a chance to work with him for 1 year was an absolute treat to watch a true pro go about his business right till the very end.
Yeah, baby. Let the good times roll, Lou.
Okay, guys. Have a great one. Thanks for having me.
Peter Loubardias from the Dome. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of the Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.